You have probably heard the term indigenous peoples, but again, what does it actually mean? Well, there's no single definition, but the United Nations highlights a few key characteristics. First, they have a deep historical roots. They lived in the region long before colonization or modern borders. Second, they have a strong connection to their land, not just physically, but culturally and spiritually. They have distinct languages, traditions, and knowledge systems that they strive to protect. And lastly, they are often non-dominant in society but work to preserve their identity and way of life. So what do indigenous peoples have in terms of rights? According to the United Nations Declarations on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, they have the right to self-determination. They can govern themselves and decide their own future. They have the right to land, territories, and resources, which means that states must respect and protect their land rights. They also have the right to preserve their culture, language, and traditions, which means that without forced assimilation, collective rights is also important because their identity and survival depend on strong community ties. And why does it matter? Indigenous peoples make up a small percentage of the global population, but they protect about 80% of the world's biodiversity. Traditional knowledge of the environment, ecosystem, and sustainable practices is invaluable in today's fight against climate change. Unfortunately, indigenous communities face serious challenges like discrimination, land dispossession, and the erosion of their cultures. When we talk about the rights of indigenous peoples, we are talking about protecting diversity, preserving history, and respecting the wisdom that has survived for generations. It is about making sure everyone's voice is heard and that we value the richness of cultures that are different from our own. Protecting indigenous peoples' rights is not just about justice, it's about securing a better future for all of us.